Some forests disappeared so completely that not a single living descendant remains. Their leaves no longer rustle in the wind. Their branches no longer reach toward the sky. Their roots no longer grip the soil beneath ancient landscapes. Entire botanical worlds that once ruled the earth vanished long before the first human ever looked upon a tree. Today, forests feel eternal. Pine forests blanket mountain ranges. Tropical rainforests teem with life. Deciduous woodlands change with the seasons. It is easy to believe that forests have always looked this way, but they have not. Every forest alive today is merely the latest chapter in a story that began more than 400 million years ago, before the first flower bloomed, before the first fruit ripened, before the first seed fed a bird. Earth belonged to plants unlike anything alive today. Some grew taller than modern buildings. Others looked like giant mosses. Some reproduced without seeds. Entire forests rose, transformed the planet, and disappeared so completely that only fossils buried in stone remember they ever existed. These were the plants that died before history began. More than 470 million years ago, the continents were almost empty. Life flourished in shallow seas filled with trilobites, primitive fish, and marine algae, but the land itself was a harsh and unfamiliar place. Bare rocks stretched toward the horizon. Rivers carved channels through lifeless terrain. Wind carried dust across landscapes almost devoid of vegetation. There were no forests, no shade, no birdsong, no insects buzzing between flowers because flowers themselves had not yet evolved. Yet tiny pioneers were quietly preparing the planet for one of the greatest ecological revolutions in Earth's history. The earliest land plants were small, simple organisms similar to modern mosses and liverworts. They lacked true roots, woody stems, and leaves. Instead, they hugged moist ground where water remained available for reproduction. Scientists believe these primitive plants evolved from freshwater green algae. Moving onto land required overcoming enormous challenges. Sunlight was stronger, drying was constant, gravity was no longer offset by water. Without support, large bodies collapsed under their own weight. Without specialized tissues, water could not travel far inside the plant. Yet evolution slowly solved these problems. Over millions of years, these pioneers spread across continents. Their tiny bodies trapped sediment, dead plant material mixed with weathered rock to form Earth's first true soils. Carbon dioxide was removed from the atmosphere. Oxygen levels gradually increased. The planet itself began changing because plants had arrived. Then evolution introduced one of the most important biological innovations ever developed: vascular tissue. Specialized internal tubes carried water upward and transported nutrients throughout the plant body. Suddenly, height became possible. Instead of remaining close to the ground, plants could rise toward sunlight. Competition changed forever. During the Devonian period, around 419 to 359 million years ago, Earth's first forests appeared. Among the earliest giants stood one of the strangest trees ever discovered, Wattieza. At first glance, it resembled a tree fern. Its trunk rose several meters high before ending in a crown of umbrella-like branches. But this resemblance is misleading. Wattieza was neither a fern nor a modern tree. Its anatomy represented an entirely different evolutionary experiment. Unlike modern trees, Wattieza lacked true leaves. Instead, photosynthesis occurred across countless branching structures that spread outward from its crown. Its trunk possessed an internal architecture unlike anything growing today. Scientists studying beautifully preserved fossils from New York and other Devonian deposits reconstructed these remarkable organisms only within the past few decades. Before then, isolated fossils had puzzled researchers for generations. When complete specimens were finally discovered, they revealed one of Earth's earliest forest builders. Imagine standing beneath these towering plants. Their canopies would cast unfamiliar shadows. The forest would feel strangely open compared to modern woodlands. Primitive ferns, moss-like vegetation, and early vascular plants would carpet the ground. Small arthropods would crawl through damp soil while the first wingless insects explored the undergrowth. No birds, no mammals, No flowering shrubs, only a silent green world experimenting with complexity for the very first time. These forests transformed Earth. Roots stabilized riverbanks. Plant litter accumulated into developing soils. Weathering accelerated. Nutrient cycles intensified. Scientists believe Devonian forests even altered global climate by increasing carbon storage and changing atmospheric chemistry. The forests themselves became geological forces, but they would not last forever. Wattieza disappeared. Its unique design left no descendants. Only stone preserves its memory. As the Devonian continued, another extraordinary plant appeared, Archaeopteris. Unlike Wattieza, Archaeopteris looked surprisingly familiar. Its woody trunk resembled modern trees. Its branching system formed broad canopies. Its roots penetrated deeply into developing soils. Some individuals exceeded 30 meters in height. For many scientists, Archaeopteris represents one of the most important plants ever to evolve. It possessed many characteristics associated with modern forests while retaining ancient reproductive strategies. Instead of producing seeds, Archaeopteris reproduced through spores. Millions of microscopic spores drifted into the air, seeking suitable environments where new plants might develop. This combination of advanced wood production and primitive reproduction placed Archaeopteris at a remarkable evolutionary crossroads. Its forests expanded across enormous regions. Researchers believe these forests dramatically increased soil formation. Deep root systems stabilized landscapes in ways never before seen. River channels changed. Flood patterns shifted. Weathering intensified. Entire ecosystems reorganized around these towering plants. For millions of years, Archaeopteris flourished. Then it vanished. Its lineage ended long before flowering plants appeared. No living descendant survives today. The Devonian forests had demonstrated what was possible. The Carboniferous period would reveal just how spectacular forests could become. Beginning approximately 359 million years ago, Earth entered one of the greenest chapters in its history. Vast tropical wetlands stretched across continents near the equator. Warm temperatures combined with abundant rainfall. Atmospheric oxygen climbed to levels significantly higher than today. The result was a world overflowing with vegetation. Towering above swampy landscapes stood giant club moss relatives called Lepidodendron. Modern club mosses are tiny plants creeping across forest floors. Their Carboniferous ancestors were colossal. Some reached heights exceeding 30 meters. Their trunks displayed striking diamond-shaped scars where leaves had once attached. Near their crowns grew dense clusters of narrow leaves that captured sunlight above, surrounding vegetation. These giants dominated enormous forests. Beside them rose Calamites, gigantic relatives of modern horsetails. Today, horsetails rarely exceed a meter in height. Their ancient ancestors became tree-sized pillars lining rivers and wetlands. Dense stands formed prehistoric jungles unlike anything found today. Tree ferns spread immense fronds beneath the canopy. Seed ferns diversified throughout these wetlands. Together, they created ecosystems astonishing in both size and productivity.